See you, nice to see you. Hello, Marcel. Aloha. Hello. Did you win again?
Lori, she's always winning prizes.
Huh? Did you win the same cupping competition again? Come on. What bring it over there? Hey, Rodney anymore. Rodney's here. Hello, Rodney. Thanks everyone for one of our members. I'd like to welcome you to our Agriculture Advisory Commission. Good morning, Jeff. Don. Don. Hello, Deb. How you doing, madam? Nice to see you again. Aloha, man.
Hi.
How are you? Just a couple of real quick things. I know you guys have a lot of important issues to address. First of all, as with all boards and commissions, I want to say mahalo. We just had a planning conference going on. We just had the state liquor conference and liquor commission. And, over the 5 years that I've had the very humbling privilege to serve as mayor of Hawaii County, we've appointed over 220 members of our community. And people always ask me, how you pick who serves? Just like my cabinet. How do you pick one cabinet? I get 18 departments. Any one of those departments could easily qualify as one of the largest businesses on island. Parks and Recreation have a director, deputy director upstairs. They get 460 employees. Budget in excess of $13 million. That's just one of 18 departments. So, it's not like you just get your friend, right, who will sign wave for you. That's not what you're looking for. You're looking for people who care about the community. I always tell people it's the 3 E's and the 3 C's. And it relates to this as well. You say, oh, what is that? What are 3 E's? In any issue, you're looking for people with education, experience, and expertise on a subject matter. You want people, that's fundamental, right? You gotta have that. It's not just alphabets after your name. It's not just revenue generated by your business. It's understanding what it is we're discussing, because it's all very complex. There's a myriad of challenges, obstacles, hurdles, barriers you guys gotta navigate to, all for free, mind you. So, man, we're supposed to buy you lunch. You guys bought lunch or buy good lunch. Hey, jump lunch. I'm gonna go to the bentos or something. Make the big bento, not the small bento. At least we can do it. Budget cuts, but property taxes going up. You know what I mean? Gotta show some of that to our supporters, all it is. But I also tell people, more importantly, is the 2 C's. And that's compassion and caring. Right? You gotta love this island. You gotta love this community. So every one of my department heads, nobody from Maui, Oahu, mainland. Some people might call that provincial. I like to think of that as people being accountable to their decision making. You make one decision today, 10 years from now, when you're at the supermarket, when you're at the park, you're at the beach, you're at church, you're in the aisle, supermarket, you should answer why you made that decision. So that's why I pick people who have children, who have grandchildren. They invested in the future of this island. Right? Like ag, like planning. Decisions today affect our community for generations to come. Second is, you gotta be committed, long-term. Short-term decisions have incredibly long-term impact. So to be compassionate, to be committed, and finally to be courageous. Because you gotta make some unpopular decisions. And that's leadership, right? That's service. And I really respect people who step forward, put aside time with family, put aside time with work. With all the challenges you guys, each of you have with your own endeavors and efforts to come and say, hey, we're going to talk. And it's our job, and if it doesn't happen, and if there isn't meaningful progress, then I take responsibility, right? I'm the mayor. The buck stops with me. And then I'm going to hold R&D accountable, in private. Just kidding. But ultimately, I'm responsible for progress, or lack thereof. Especially in ag, especially in farmers and ranchers. People tell me, why are your islands so beautiful? Because farmers farm and ranchers ranch. That's why it's beautiful. We lose that, out of farms, right? They turn, we start talking highest and best use, or we start talking subdivision. Whoa. I don't think that's where we let go of ag. Get issues in agriculture right now, very, very challenging, very emotional issues. We need those with the experience and expertise to help guide us in that. I get invitations, hey brother, GMO guys, like meet with you. And the anti-GMO guys like meet with you, I tell them both, no. I don't like hearing from advocates. I like sift the information myself. I'm an advocate myself, you know, I can sit down and testify before the board this past week, earlier, on Nani-Loa. And they're telling me, yeah, but this attorney said this, and then I said, hey, with all due respect, that attorney is fighting for his bank. That attorney is fighting for the trustee, you know what I mean? Ed was there. He said, I'm fighting for 187,000 people back on my island who are being held economic hostage. You know, I'm an attorney too. I can make black, white, white, black. I come in, my legal counsel, you cannot do that. Why can't I do that? Because it is this, that. I go, what about this, this, that? Well, maybe then. So maybe you can then. So why you tell me no can? Or they tell me, no, you cannot, for real. So if I do this, guarantee somebody not gonna come on the other side and file something contrary. Oh no, somebody going. So it's not guaranteed then, right? You know, so it is shades. And that's why I look to you guys. If an agriculture issue come up or something pop up, I'm gonna look to you guys for telling me, hey, how you going to say, you know, what is the best decision in the best interest of the county? This is a great commission. If you guys would all, and you guys all know each other, but very diverse, very different. That's geographically balanced, gender balanced, commodity balanced, and hopefully everybody bring their best. And I truly believe that everybody in this room, goal, objective, is to support agriculture, keep those agriculture jobs and agricultural productions meaningful. We can use words like sustainability all we like, but if the average age of a farmer on this island is 59, like they tell me, nothing sustainable about that. You know, we cannot have sustainable ag if we're not sustaining the farmers, if we're not changing the next generation, if we're not raising not just crops, but raising farmers too. And so, you know, anytime I get on call and I can help, I'll try to be there. You know, we've got resources in R&D specifically for agriculture. You know, so we're not, you know, the last few years we all acknowledge it's been incredibly economically challenging. Nobody know that more than you guys. But now, Jeff and, you know, Don, they tell me to get more money in ag. They don't know what to do with it. They just don't know what to do with them. So, you guys, no, I'm surprised you. You guys can find them. No, but for real, yeah. Don't like scramble at the end of the year. Oh, we got to spend this money at the end of the fiscal because it's sitting around. Rather strategically allocated today. You know, may not be a lot, but anytime we strategically allocate limited resources, we can maximize the benefit from those resources. So, that's all I had. Sorry for taking up you guys' time. If I may ask everybody to please stand up and get sworn in, take the oath of office for Hawaii County Agricultural Advisory Commission. If I may respectfully request that everyone please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, please state your name.
I,
I always wait for somebody to say, please state your name. Okay. Do solemnly swear or affirm.
Do solemnly swear or affirm.
That I will support and defend.
That I will support and defend.
The Constitution of the United States of America.
The Constitution of the United States of America.
And the Constitution of the State of Hawaii.
And the Constitution of the State of Hawaii.
And anything that Mayor Billy Kenoi, and that I will faithfully discharge my duties.
And that I will faithfully discharge my duties.
As a member.
As a member.
Of the Hawaii County Agricultural Advisory Commission.
Of the Hawaii County Agricultural Advisory Commission.
To the best of my ability.
To the best of my ability.
Congratulations, everybody. Thank you very much. Thank you for serving. Thanks, man. Thank you very much. Oh, yeah. I
If
get
you got any questions for the mayor before he runs out, just in terms of, some of you have been around before in the conversation, someone got any thoughts you want to share?
Thank you very much. Thank you, Ms.
Oh, he's an easy guy. Come on.
Larry, it was so cool. I go to Larry's place to honor her, recognize her for incredible ka'u coffee, and I expected this huge, amazing place in her backyard. I think I have a proclamation, I went down, you know, I must be a coffee farm to produce this incredible product, you know. Boo Kaili Ava, you know, he won that one year, you look at that, hey, Boo, how you grow the best coffee? Cool. That's not me, but just the elevation of the water. So humble. That's one thing you notice in farmers, yeah, right? So humble. All hard workers though. But you don't see too much farmers and ranchers talking too much. They're all very humble, but all hard workers. That's the one common thread you always notice. So, anybody got any questions?
You gonna ask?
Please don't be
Well,
shy.
I can just, we were having a conversation before you arrived, Mayor, and as former members of the commission, we wanted to get some feedback from you as to what you felt was useful that we did, and things you wanted to keep, and things you wanted to change, because we were trying a lot of different things to provide you with input. Marissa went through our list of working on, you know, you get a chair, why don't you sit
No,
down in a chair?
I feel bad standing up like
Go ahead. I mean, have a seat in the chair. You know,
I can stand up, yeah. I felt kind of.
You know, we worked to give you input on the agricultural plan,
Yeah.
and so that, I think, was revised and adopted. Then we were giving some input on, you know, there's several bills that were going through legislature. One of them was, you know, what agriculture-related improvements should be exempt from building code, so we gave some input on that. Help me out here. You know, we did a variety of other things, and, you know, gave input on county administered CIP projects for agriculture, like the ag park or the slaughterhouse. So we were just trying to be helpful. And so if you could give us, or ask Randy or others to give us feedback as to what worked and what didn't, what do you want to keep the same, what do you want to change, what can we do to best serve you? Because that's really why we're here.
Great question. Your guys' input and support on direct county involvement, Capulena, right, Agriculture Park, the rendering plant in Powilo, being able to speak with a voice at the state legislature. You know, you get 51 representatives, 25 senators, up to 76 people. So when you speak, it's one thing for R&D, Randy, Jeff, or testify. It's another thing to say this is, you know, what our commission, agricultural, farmers, ranchers said or support. It always amplifies, it always enhances the ability to effectively advocate at the ledge. You know, as a politician, you know, like I implore my department heads, I guess if I could ask for anything, and I know you guys have done it, is, you know, I would love the specific thing, the low-hanging fruit we can accomplish, you know, the legislation we can meaningfully enact. Right now, we have a very open-minded, supportive council for agriculture, right? We could work with me, you guys need to know like you guys facial expressions. I saw some movement, but I really believe that if we had very targeted, strategic, specific legislation, that we could get a receptive audience there. I would really welcome, you know, specific, hey, if we could get this from our planning department, it would be very helpful. If Public Works would do this for farmers, it would be very helpful. If our water commission, you know, and our water department looked at things this way for our farmers, that would be very helpful. In other words, things within our control and our direct purview in the county, very helpful. I mean, we you know, it's always about cooperation, collaboration, teamwork. Like, bottom line, anything good requires that. But things federal now, it's almost like, you know, absent Senator Kenoi, you know, who we love, respect, you know, like this critical habitat designation, you don't have any much support or not, you know, 18,000 acres, like in Kona. You know, it's just a fish and wildlife. And not much, you know, we're almost so helpless. It's like we went from being able to pick up the phone and have direct federal impact, you know, or get direct federal support, cooperation, USDA, Fish and Wildlife. Now it's like, I feel like the Federated States of Micronesia. So, you know, I mean, so if we require federal involvement and participation, it's kind of like, oh, that's what You know what I mean? That's gonna require time. I'm not quite sure what kind of measurables we'll be able to get within a specific period of time. But if it's like, hey, you know what the county not doing, or you know what the county should be doing more of, you know what water should do, you know, I would welcome that. You know, like being alerted, I never know about the ag water rates, they wanted to make them single residential. But being alerted to that was like, whoa, hey, wow, what you guys doing? Oh, figure, you know, say, what do you mean you figure? You guys go talk to the farmers? Oh, well, you know, this issue been ongoing for. Did you go talk to the farmers? No. Wow, how come? You know, and we get appointments, you guys get recommendations of people willing to serve on the water commission, you know, who represent farmers' interests, happy to do that. I know we've got a couple farm bureau reps now, but they're gonna be coming off, you know, we're gonna have to put more people on. So, if you ask me, you know, because the goal is, at the end of the day, it's not what we said we was gonna do that count, it's what we did that mattered. And so, I would welcome specific things we could do, you know, that, you know, they change this law, expand that, redefine that, provide some money for support. You know, I mean, no more $1 million, but you get a couple $100,000 sitting there. You know, so like when Wild Farms come, hey, if you get 25 grand, county, we can get 25 grand from OHA, and we can train 10 families in Waimea. Shoot, I put 25 grand for that. Hey, you know, a couple then, right, the Koala Center, hey, you guys drop county, you drop, you know, it's not a 25, no, that was
It's 25.
25,
Annual.
over 3 years,
Yeah.
75. But it matches on federal grant to train our farmers. Right? I'm like, okay, we can do that. You know, so it's not no more get, but you know, in 25 increments, you can, you know, 50, we can do a couple projects. So if you guys know where we can leverage funds, you know, where that 25 becomes 75. Well, you know, match, we need match for a state, university, or a federal grant. Then a county can participate in that. So I would look to you guys to move that funds. You know, we specifically put the money there to do stuff so that I don't go, oh, I have to spend no more money. You know, if I gotta take the bean for raising taxes, then, not on the farmer, but you know, a rich guy. Nah, just kidding. But,
Okay, well, that helps. That
yeah,
helps.
so specific stuff like that would be helpful.
Okay, maybe I'll ask a follow-up question that's I know on the minds of those who were in the last commission. What's the best way for us to communicate with you? Is it through R&D to you? Because we serve you as the mayor's appointed.
You know, how often do you guys meet?
Well, we'll decide. But
We used to meet monthly.
Monthly.
The last time.
previous commission, we did meet monthly, so.
You know what, make sure that every autumn meeting I come. Okay? You guys meet on specific days, I can.
We haven't decided any of that, nor.
Oh, okay,
location.
well, you guys let me know then. I'll come every other meeting directly. Easier that way. Instead of communicating up to, you guys shouldn't have to do that. If you guys serve in the county and it's the mayor's commission, I should be here directly because, and I think regular meetings increases accountability. You know, so if you guys say, hey, say, man, who's making all big body and you said you're gonna help us, we told you 2 meetings ago that we needed this done, well, where are we? You know, nice to have regular interval communication because I noticed that helps. You know, might be the week before a meeting. Hey, but I told them the last time I was going to. I said, you said you was going to do this. Thinking, all right, department heads, you guys, hurry up, make it happen. You know, I got to walk in there and honor the farmers, you know. But, you know, just to have that communication, regular communication. I think it also supports all of you in that I'll be better aware of the ongoing communication and finding out where I can provide support or assistance or facilitate, you know, things. So I'll come every other meeting, if in fact you guys meet monthly. You know, we get a few years, you guys, hey, I'm willing for, you know, I'm privileged to be here again, you know, second chance from your community to serve, you know, like waste them, you know, like blow them, like make them count. So I like be able to see you guys in 4 or 5 years from now and shake hands and go, hey, thanks for helping with that. That way you look and you look away and think that I'm like, oh, that's the time I got one. So,
Is there someone in your office that we could check with on what your standing meetings are, so we don't
just
overstep?
R&D,
Yeah, we
Okay.
can track the schedule down.
let's just have Don and Docs. Docs can work with Paulette, coordinate my schedule. Okay, Docs,
Yes.
that are you? I mean, with a law, you know.
Of course.
And I'm not- But I'll designate Docs to coordinate my schedule, she can do that, easy. And then so I'll make sure, I gotta be here. There's just a great group of guys, you guys, look around, I feel stoked that, you know. When you get good people willing to help, yeah, it's a two-way street, right? You know, it cannot only be one way.
So if we pass a motion, a resolution, we wanted you to do something, would then go through, in the meantime, through R&D, just to get that information to you directly,
Yes.
and then you'll be at every other
They can
meeting.
get them right to me, yeah.
But then,
You guys pass a resolution and, you know, suggest and recommend something,
Right.
then please send them right up.
so, and then we would do it through.
And then that way when I come, I'm prepared as to what it is and why it is, and so I can either push behind it or, hey, tell me some more about this,
Yeah.
you know?
And sometimes during legislative session, there's a quick turnaround.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
So
in fact,
again,
that
that
can,
would be through R&D.
I'll tell you right now, I don't want to sit around and push anything back. If you guys push them, I wouldn't support them. What I'm gonna do, ask the smart guys to do something and then say, no, I think I know better. I mean, you know what I mean, so.
But you have to pick your battles at the ledge.
Right.
So we'll give input to R&D, through R&D to you.
Are you doing
then decide.
legislative stuff?
Still lobbying, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but when you sending them to me, you get that jujitsu action over there too.
But we are advisory to you.
First time I meet Representative David Tynes, I thought he was on staff, but it's like 20 years ago. My first job out of college is at the legislature, walking around acting like the man. Hey, how's it? Hey, aloha. Hey, how's it, brother? Hey, what you do, bro? What you do? Oh, David, hey, nice to meet you, brother David. Hey, so what you do? Oh, you're a representative. Over there acting like it's one of the better. What's up, cuz? What you do? Oh, I'm not a representative. Oh, excuse me.
Never said
No, but, yeah.
So I'm still involved, but we also realize that we're advisory to you.
Yeah.
And so we don't want to go off and do something on our own.
No,
And
I would,
advocate.
I will give you guys my email, and so when you send to them, you give it to them. Give them my email, so at least CC me, put me on the communication. I read everything, I don't respond to everything, but I read everything.
I appreciate that. It just gives us a starting point as to what our process is and our scope of work. So this has been helpful, thank you. I'm sure I forgot that. So what else were I saying?
You're doing good so far, man.
Tim?
No, you nailed it.
Yeah, you know, I noticed,
Commitment.
there's been
That's a
some
great
time
commitment.
and frustration, so I think I just have to be here regularly, get stuff done.
Okay, well, thank you.
Thanks, you guys. Everybody good? Sure. Hey, have a great day, you guys. Have a wonderful Wednesday. Aloha.
All right, watch out.
And thanks for serving after me.
Yeah. Watch out for those cans.
Claps that.
Watch out for the cans.
Clearly, I've been successful in spite of myself. Take care.
Aloha.